Good morning to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover Australian dollar versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with Australian dollar versus US dollar first. So what I found here on the hourly time frame is that market is creating the symmetrical triangle basically and contracting at this point just around this very important pivot swing high at 0.6485. Now, in the background, we can see that we broke this key supply trend line, which held basically for a couple of days, basically, and we had this breakout and the retest. So in the background, we really have the upside structure and no significant sign of reversal at this point. So I would like to see if the market can continue with this upside movement and taking and trading above the 0.6507 can be a very good indication for the further higher prices towards the key pivot level around 0.6600 mark. So far it's just contracting and consolidation around this pivot, but let's say about some of the scenarios in market, let's say get enough contraction and then breakout and hold above, this can be a good sign for the further high prices. So that is a more likely scenario. Now, alternative scenario will be if the market will clear the low at 0.6450 and hold below, which can be a sign then for the further lower prices towards the 0.6385 and 370. So that's the alternative scenario for the downside break and hold below. Now, speaking of the gold market, which is also very correlated with Australian dollar, we can see that metals overall are strong this week, but the gold is sitting now, and we spoke about this like one of the main objectives of the way for the upside movement around 1945, and this is exactly where we're creating this consolidation. So market is now having this. There is a potential for even some kind of ABC situation, and then potential for the higher prices in the next period, maybe even towards the next major pivot at 1970 or full around or move around 1982, 1987 in the next period. So that's one option for potential ABC. And we also have the consolidation area at this point at 1937 and 1935. So watch definitely for this a pullback low from yesterday, and we might see some completion of ABC around this area here. Alternative scenario will be if the market will go aggressively through this pivot and hold below, then that can open the door for the retest of this this rising trend line and the recent swing highs at this point. So that will be like a deeper pullback on the gold market towards the rising trend lines. But that's an alternative scenario in case of the strong supply and hold below this consolidation area. If we speak about the crude oil is also an important pivot, and 82.15 seems like a very important pivot for the crude oil. And we can also see that we're kind of contracting and having some kind of the consolidation. So for the upside scenario, which is more likely from my perspective as long as the price can hold above 81 mark, I would like to see the breakout of 82.36 and then hold above for the further higher prices towards the next pivot level. And next pivot level, I will say, is this area around 82.80 mark, and then full high around 84.70 and 84.80 mark. The alternative scenario for the downside is only if we have some significant break below this area of 81 mark, and then if market can hold below with a further lower prices toward the 79 or let's say 80 mark. And if we speak about the crude oil is just retesting some of the previous swing highs, so area around 27,000 mark and 26,800 mark seems like a nice potential support for the further upside continuation. We have a strong impulsive move to the upside, and this can be all corrective structure. But I would like to see the market to take some of the previous swing highs, like the 27,350 or 27,450, because that will be a good sign for the further retest, at least retest of the high 28,165, and then the next upside objectives are 28,500 and 28,850 mark. That will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day, and speak to you from tomorrow morning.